Hi guys.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us in this very shortly planned program. I can't really say thank you for your valuable time because I think time is all we have right now, as we are holed up in our homes and going about doing our things. I just wanted to reach out to all of you guys and and find out how everything is going. But let me first of all introduce each and every one of you. All right. So first of all, we have Dr. Jimmy here. Dr. Jimmy is from Australia. He's a real dirt tiger. He loves to ride mountain bikes and he loves to live in the woods. That's what he does. He's an architect, he's a builder, he's a trail biker, trail rider, you name it. Everything under the sun, he does it. That's Dr. Jimmy. Dr. Jimmy, please raise your hand. All right, Dr. Jimmy. And next to him, I have Deepak. Deepak is from Kathmandu, Nepal. He is a mountain biker, entrepreneur, slayer. he's many things packed into one little package right there. And I'll show you in a minute what amazing things he's doing in Kathmandu. Next to me, we have a Wilson. Wilson Low is from Singapore. He is an athlete. He's a trainer. He is a cross fitness trainer, coach, MTV coach,
I'm not a
and
trainer.
he's a globetrotter. He goes around the world riding bicycles. All he does is ride bicycles. If you ask him to do anything else, he wouldn't agree, but he will agree to ride bicycle and go places. That's what he does. We have Derek next to him. Derek is from Malaysia. Derek is a downhiller, MTV skills coach, event organizer, entrepreneur, hustler, many things into one. And and next to him, his colleague, his friend, longtime friend, Aaron Chan. Aaron Chan is an athlete, amazing athlete, cross trainer, rider, downhiller, road, all into one. And welcome, gentlemen. I wanted to reach out to you because as we are all holed up at homes, some of us are serving that 14-day home quarantine, self quarantine. At this point in time, I wanted to reach out to you and understand how you are dealing with your personal situation and how you are keeping engaged and staying relevant with your clients or your friends or your followers and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go first from Dr. Jimmy from Australia. Take it over.
Hey, being in Australia, I've got a really, what does it say? My network bandwidth is low, so I'm only hearing half of your conversation. I love it. I only listen half of it anyway. The last couple of months, I've been up in a beautiful World Heritage area called Mossman Gorge, rebuilding an actual walking track, which kind of sucked because it was asphalt and we don't get to ride it. That got cancelled last weekend. Now I'm doing nothing. No work, not allowed out. Well, I am allowed out because I do what I want pretty much. I live in the jungle almost, except not for that busy road just there. And I actually found out yesterday that I've just been asked to go and help build a new mountain bike park in Japan, which hopefully nobody is going to know about except for you guys. Internet connection is now unstable. Hello? Hello? I think my internet connection is very unstable now. I've lost most of you. Who's got the chickens?
I think
I'm just Deepak.
they're also homebound.
Yeah.
That must be Deepak who's got the chicken.
Yeah. True. Correct.
Since you got the chicken at the background,
Chicken in the house.
yeah. Why don't you tell us what's happening in your part of the world and
Dirt chicken.
keeping yourself busy?
Oh,
Take it
Okay,
over.
right.
Dirt rooster. Deepak
Yes.
dirt rooster.
okay. In Kathmandu, like we are having a pretty much like a good time here for me because I've been able to have lot of good memories with my kids, which I had not been able to uh, give them at the moment. And apart from that, I've not been I've not been like not doing the mountain biking, but definitely I've been biking here. Say about like about it matters around like 2 to 3 kilometers that I make around inside my house compound,
As we can see,
and
I'm
I'm
seeing the
How
video.
big's your house?
I'm doing this. So apart from that, like few days I'd been for hiking around the places where we had done our first trail in Kathmandu, but due to the police this thing, due to the government procedures and all, we are not allowed to go outside our house. So stuck inside the house. So still, like I've been enjoying my biking. Now I'm trying to improve my mountain biking skill inside house. So that's it. That's going on here. So probably the chicken that's making a sound inside on my background. Probably that's going to be my dinner in few days.
My question is, will that chicken, that rooster, still roost tomorrow morning?
Oh, not sure, brother. Not sure. Not sure. It depends. It depends on my mood in the evening.
Depends on your hunger level, I think.
Okay, Wilson,
See?
Wilson, you're next, Wilson.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
So what I'm doing now is I'm actually assembling the bike. So there's some context to this. So the reason why I'm assembling it only now is because I've been damn bloody lazy staying at home. And I'm a procrastinator by nature. So this is like day 10 of my stay home notice. So it's been 10 days since I got back from Tasmania, Australia, where I was running guided mountain bike trips over there. And I think it's high time to get this thing organized because I not only have to assemble this, I have to sell this bike shortly after. So apart from procrastinating, I've been trying to busy myself with editing videos of our trip to Tasmania, publishing them, trying to generate interest, for when this whole coronavirus crisis lifts, people are willing to start traveling again. So I think I'm always looking on the bright side, always an optimist. So here's looking forward to better days.
All right, thank
So
you.
don't mind my bike, and I'm listening to your conversations as we go. But yeah, this is something to keep me occupied as things go along in this meeting.
Great, you're making amazing use of time. All right, Derek.
Yep. Hello. So,
Hey.
I mean, nothing much to do. We are sort of homebound. So, wash the bikes, clean the bikes, rode inside my compound for a bit, got bored, and then just do as the government say, relax, watch TV, and play games. That's it. I mean, we keep in touch with our mountain bike communities by WhatsApp. There's plenty of WhatsApp. Sometimes too many. Nothing much. Just have a cold beer once in a while.
So you have enough beer at home?
Yeah, well stocked out.
I think other people rush to buy rice and you rush to buy beer, right? That's what I heard.
Well, I got it supplied to the house, so I didn't rush.
Good for you, man.
But
Right.
I rushed to make the order.
Okay. Smart man. All right. Thank you. Aaron?
Yeah, how's everybody going? Like, I think over here, I've been stuck at home since like the 17th, really, because we had to close down the gym. So as you guys might know already, I run a CrossFit gym, and we had to close down. So there were news about closing down before the lockdown actually happened. We decided to close on that Monday, and it's just been a headache trying to organize all that. So we've been busy with trying to connect with our members and the whole community, really, and like trying to make sure we have a plan for when we open up. So I mean, it's been a headache trying to deal with that, and I'm like, my heart goes out to all the small business owners, and like they're going through a lot, especially in times like this. I mean, having to go through this myself, it kind of opens up your eyes as to how this will affect the whole economy.
Right. Yeah. On that last note, I wanted to also find out, as a very responsible citizens or responsible person, how are you dealing, with this current crisis, especially if it is going to drag on? What are your plans to keep your body and your mind healthy and and stay on course? What do you think some of the things that we could do that we can share with the rest of the world? Anybody?
Well, I'd say like first things first,
eat
like
dirt
just
roosters.
Okay, looks like I'm gonna give the floor to Aaron. Go ahead first.
yeah, I'd say first of all, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody sees it on social media where everybody's trying to work out. I think that's great. Everybody's trying to stay healthy throughout this whole right, this whole chaos. Obviously, that's good for. I mean, aside from physical, mental state, keeps you busy, keeps your mind still thinking. Yeah, kind of. I think that's a great idea, but I just really hope that everybody stays healthy even after, because I mean, this is just a clear sign of like people who are not taking care of their health, they're going to be affected most.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Mm.
Dr. Jimmy, you were saying something earlier.
Yeah, I was working until last Wednesday, so I was fine. I was in a forest. Now I'm not in the forest. I'm starting to feel it, but there's a thing in Australia. We did a ride last year for the Black Dog Foundation, which is a men's health group, when they did a study with the University of New South Wales that actually proves the difference between good sleep and not good sleep and physical exercise and mental health. And people who are getting access to good exercise and being outdoors in nature and a good sleep, their mental health levels went through the roof, whereas those people that were generally not getting that, they ended up being, really depressed. A lot of people topping themselves and things like that. So the whole study that we went on this trip last year was about how that they could work out, even for people in the cities, especially in times like this, was how they could get those people who are actually very active to become active again. And obviously in a time like this when people can't be active, especially say people with Aaron, if you've got a gym and you're always active, to suddenly not be active, it's like, it does mess with your mind, So I think the only thing you can do is come up with new stuff inside. Do push-ups, whatever, do sit-ups. Do them with, I don't know, chocolate dangling in front of you, Jai Shambhu, that sort of thing. Who cares? Dirt chickens.
Yeah, Jason.
Idea, Doctor. I was gonna bring that up. So for people who had access to a little bit of space in their home, a little bit outdoor, yeah, they could roam about. Those who are confined to, say, an apartment or even smaller place like a room, how do they keep themselves happy and happy, both body and mind? And I think I take it that doing push-ups, doing yoga, doing simple things that you can do your body and your mind, I think should be the way, right, Dr. Jimmy?
Yeah.
And meditating and focusing on it.
Meditation, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, we've been continuing like the whole programming. Like every day we have different programs at the gym, and we've been trying to curate that for people to do at home. Every day it's a different program. We want to make sure people are not getting bored. So I mean, it's quite a tough one to continuously come up with programming for people to do at home because you run out of things to do as well. It's kind of tough, but
right.
I mean, it's better than not doing anything.
What is the feedback from your community once you shift from program to program? Do you have time to go back and see the effect of something new that you have just applied, or do you have enough time to?
Yeah,
or it's just a trial and error.
I mean, the general feeling is kind of like more accepting of it because everybody's like they've never done this before. This has never happened before, so everybody's kind of like, oh wow, I could do this. Oh, I didn't know I could get a workout at home. So a lot of people, especially through Instagram Live and like Zoom and like Google Hangouts, this is allowing our instructors from Fuel to actually connect with all the members. And I think even in the mountain biking groups that we're going through, everybody's sort of like sharing each other's videos of them doing like all sorts of home workouts. So I think that's great.
That is great, Aaron. So if you could share the Zoom session or online session that you guys are conducting at down below at the message, which I can share it later.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure, no problem.
That's
Will
great.
do.
Yeah. Okay, so and then this brings back the topic of staying relevant, right? After this, I mean, of course, we are hopeful that this will be over in some time. And when this is over, or before this is over, how do we continue to stay relevant in our profession, in our jobs? Any tips on that?
I think personally that this crisis is going to fundamentally change the way how we communicate. So in terms of business, running a business or doing your work, whether it's you're part of a big company or you are your own boss, I think we will see a lot of people like leverage on technology more, making use of really understanding the value of social media and things like apps and staying connected to people, while not being physically there. I mean, this is like the big litmus test for the whole world, basically. Like how comfortable are all of us being so-called connected remotely in this way? And I think those businesses who can thrive, who can make use of the technology to their advantage are going to have an upper hand, basically.
Yeah.
That's a great thought, Wilson. There, I also think that this is the time to create content and focus on content and connect to your audience, connect to your followers, connect to your clients via those content, right? If you don't have a chance to create new content, go out and create new content, dig into your hard disk, dig into your computers and find the content that you always didn't touch it. Come up with new ideas to present them in a new and interesting way, and continuously connect with your client that way. I think that way, you stick around, you are in everybody's thoughts. And I think this is the time you need to do that more, because rather than being lazy and get depressed and do nothing, I think focusing on content is one way to keep ourselves relevant as well. And I've started doing that. I've started going back to our content, even we created together in January, and I've been sharing one raw footage a day, and I think that is how I can get going and stay relevant for now. And until we have our next event, which probably going to be about a year down the road, we would have shared a lot of content, and we would have just stayed in the fresh memory of our followers and of our clients, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're lucky that we actually went out and made those content like way early on, and it's gonna be tough for a lot of people, like especially mountain bikers now, or like people who want to express themselves. It's gonna be tough for them to like create content at home. I think instead of like workouts, we should do more talks like this.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I also wanted to understand a little bit from all of you that how has your perspective changed about our own life and opportunities in general? Because I think this is, after the SARS and Asian financial crisis, this is probably the biggest in our living memory, right? And this is really profoundly changing a lot of things that we do, personal life, business, everything is affected. So I want to hear everybody's perspective on this.
Yeah, like our life has totally changed. Like for the first time, we have been like just like in a house arrest kind of a situation in Kathmandu. And even though when we had situations like we had closures and all, we used to walk around. We could go around the cities and all. But today, even like it's just like you are totally stuck inside the house. And there was amazing incident. A few days back, I had been for a hike for around like 3 hours hike. And in the road, like I was without a mask because there were no people walking around. And after walking for around like half an hour, I met two guys on the road and they were wearing masks. And suddenly what happens is that they saw me and they were distancing from, like they were distancing away from me, you know. This is what happening, like experiencing like a different kind of scenario. People, yeah, people to people,
Were
like,
you
you know,
wearing
like the
something
connection
funny?
begin, the people, the way of seeing the scenario is changing. And then amazingly, what I got inside my mind was, if this continues for another 2-3 months, the situation is going to come out like, if you are on a road and a dog or a stray dog comes out and you are going to be scared, oh man, the dog is out there, run away. Hopefully that situation doesn't come out. So I think like even Aaron said that, yeah, you need to be fit, you need to keep going around. And what I say again is, if it's possible, like in places like us, what I felt is now, like even after this, you need to go mingle around your community, because when I was walking around in my community, I found a lot of new people, new faces. And if this kind of things goes on, like happening here, you may never know that like you'd be a new person there, and the people would not say even a hello or a hi, and just say like, just keep on going with the distances. That's it. That I faced a few horrible things here. Like, you know, you shouldn't be distancing with the people. After this is open, like mingle with your community, guys, especially in places like ours.
Right. Thank
That's
you
it.
for sharing that perspective. I think we
Yeah.
can take away a few points from there. One is that awareness is good generally, but if that awareness turns into paranoia, then it's really not good. So
Yeah.
before that paranoia
Yeah.
sets in, you gotta manage yourself and be with the community, mix around, because you know the freedom is the best thing that we had until now, and caring and loving and being with the community is the best thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about our mountain biking communities? Meaning that, you know, those guys we used to hang around with, those guys we used to do, you know, training with, those guys we used to go for events and races and so on. How some of these guys are doing? What's the thought? What's the chatter?
Sorry, can you come again? Like I got distracted a bit there.
Yeah, I was asking whether
What was it?
you know how is our mountain biking community in general they are doing in each of our community. Like I know in Singapore, because Singapore hasn't banned totally, so we are still open. The riders are still
Yeah.
going out in the trails. They are still riding, so they got lucky.
Yeah.
But
We're quite close to like unfriending and unfollowing all our Singaporean friends because we keep seeing them posting up pictures of riding. Like, so jealous about it.
Can I fly to Singapore?
Yeah, in Singapore.
Jimmy, but you would have to put yourself in a hotel for 14 days before you could go out. You can fly in.
Yeah.
It'll be better than the shithole I'm in now.
Sorry, you were breaking away.
Yeah, I know my connection's very bad. No, I would actually handle 2 weeks in a hotel room in Singapore better than the cabin I'm in right now.
Yeah.
Isn't much elevation in Singapore. You're better off coming to KL. But yeah, we can't even ride now.
Yeah,
But
and
you can't ride. I want to go somewhere. I can ride in Japan still, but I just can't get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Paul was riding. Paul was
In our place,
riding in the snow.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
pictures. That's cool, man.
Let's
in Kathmandu, like in my community, I can ride. It's not a problem here because I've got inner roads. The trails which we did in our first day, which we
Yeah.
still can do that. For me, it's not a problem. But like the first day I went there, I posted video. Then like all the mountain bike communities in our, like all the friends, they started like, oh man, it was horrible comments and all.
Yeah, even his best friend.
Then I stopped, like, you know.
Unfriend him, you know. I saw those comments. Yeah, that's being responsible, man. So that's good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, that's what the community.
Exactly.
Oh, we pointed out to your misadventure, and you quickly corrected that, and you stopped going out and you trail at home. And I know you have built about 4 trails, 4 tracks, 4 SS special stage in your home. So next time when we do race in Nepal, the prelude round is going to be
Definitely.
Well, actually, Deepak, I haven't eaten chicken in a while, and your garden looks pretty good. So maybe I'll just grab my shovel and come straight to your place.
Sure. No
A
issues.
brand new track inside your backyard if it's 2 kilometers.
Okay, I suggest I'm going to share my screen and let's relive some of the moments that we had in Nepal in January. Okay, I'm going to share those pictures, and let's just for a while relive those moments and enjoy. This is a video of I think.
This is a slow motion one. This is a slow motion.
This is the rock garden.
Yeah, but is it normal speed or slow mo?
I think it's a slow mo, but it wouldn't start yet.
Oh yeah.
Can't see anything.
Yeah, I think it's Aaron coming down. So as Aaron comes down, Aaron, I want you to describe the feeling.
The feeling.
Yeah, that time. The feeling of that time.
It's gnarly, man. It's like a gnarly rock.
It was kind of scary, like at the top.
Did the rock?
Yeah, everything was loose.
Yeah.
This was a beautiful section, though.
Yeah, it was. I think one of the only, well, not really. I think like further down right after this, it got like really steep. But even dropping into the rock garden section, it was a bit scary.
It was quite steep, yeah.
Okay, this is I'm going to share some more.
Oh, I like the chickens.
Chicken is really challenging you, Deepak.
Yeah,
I had 11 in my backyard. Now there are only 3 left.
Who is this handsome dude here?
Hello.
Oh man, the scenery.
Yeah, look at that. Really missing the weather.
Yeah.
Super hot right now in Malaysia.
Yeah, same in Singapore, man. Same in Singapore.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
this.
look at that.
Oh wow.
Look at this man. Very
tiger,
enlightened soul.
Well, I like those sunrise mornings we did, like on the hill.
The sunrise was something else.
Yeah, really, really good. I really enjoyed that. You know, everybody just like kept quiet.
Everybody was just quiet. Yeah.
During those few minutes that we had up there.
Yeah. This is our friend Paul. Unfortunately, he couldn't join the call, but we miss you, Paul.
Oh yeah. We miss him.
Look at this.
There's a big eagle there.
Oh yeah, you had some huge flock of birds, right? Like.
Yeah. They were big, man. They were really huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, and Wayne couldn't join us because Wayne had a very, very poor connection. Oh yeah, by the way, Wayne said yesterday in the chat that he's riding in the mountains because the cities are locked down. So he quickly got out of the city and he's enjoying the ride in the mountains, South African mountains.
Wasn't he supposed to be in Lesotho or someplace?
No. I think that event, the Kingdom Enduro, right? I think that got cancelled or postponed. Yeah, it was in Lesotho.
Man.
Even Mike is missing. Mike, where's Mike?
Yeah, Mike. I didn't respond to our conversation, so I'm not sure where he is.
Okay.
Yeah. This was the final day before you guys left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice picture that one. Yeah.
And look at Zapur. Look at